How are you? How's it going? I had a session yesterday with a guy who was referred to me. He does something called counter strain, which is quite fascinating actually. So his whole theory is that there's two different ways to kind of work on the body. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's good. There we go. So one way is, like you all know, everybody knows, kind of massage, right? So you're kind of pushing or massage and or stretching or foam rolling or, whatever. But you essentially are pushing on the muscles, just straightening that. But counter strain is an interesting technique that essentially releases. Bear with me, just a half a minute late there. That essentially releases the muscles and the tightness that you have. So basically, he's doing these kind of, easier movements to help release. When we get tight in our body in some specific area, the muscles tighten up. So what he's doing is releasing the tightness and then moving the bones to get it all back into place. And it was really fascinating. He must have basically checked off like 20 different things that I had. And I don't really have that many issues. I mean, if you've been doing this with me for a little while, you know about my knee thing, which is, pretty much healed now. And I had a little back thing for a minute. This is over the course of the last 6 months. And so I just have to take it easy, and I'm pretty good about taking it easy and doing that. But this was a really great session just to kind of help. Like, I definitely feel freer in my body. I definitely feel like there's less tightness, and it just felt like a whole body experience. It was super cool, actually. Sadly, though, it's 6 months wait to get to this guy. So I was like, I got plenty of people I can send to you. He's like, yeah, it's going to take a long time for them to see me. But I made an appointment for April. That was the soonest appointment I could make. But my friend Dean thankfully gave me his session. Let's go ahead and start, you guys. Feet shoulder distance, palms together, eyes closed. Take a nice deep breath. In and out of the nose, take a moment, set your intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen, whatever that means for you. Good, and then drop your head to your left side, nice easy neck stretch. Good. Switch sides over to the right. Good. Drop the arms, make a few circles with the head, one direction. Easy. Very good, and then opposite direction. Rough night's sleep last night, sadly. Back to the center, shoulder rolls forward and back. Liam was up at midnight, from midnight to 1, and we finally went back down, and then 3:15 Madison came in. Daddy, will you sleep with me? So I had to go with the kids. So sadly, a low sleep score today. It's all right though. Arms up, nice big inhale, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms up to the ceiling, straighten the arms, stretch the shoulders. Today I thought what we would do is kind of half flow, half yin, but sort of calling it a long hold yin yang class. So we're going to go into just a few sun salutations here. Fold over to one side, stretch. Good, then switch sides, stretch, same thing. Good. Back to the center, lean back, take a nice big inhale. Fold down forward, exhale. Hang forward a few breaths, dropping the head down, stretching, breathing. Clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingertips. Legs can be bent or straight. One interesting thing the guy had to say was that my feet are tight. Like he's like, yeah, the bones in your feet are super tight. So we're gonna be doing more foot stuff. One more breath. Stretch the shoulders. Good. And then come on back up slowly, abdomen strong. Nice big inhale, lift the arms. Fold all the way down forward. Exhale, extend the spine, look forward. Inhale, step back to plank. Top of a push-up. Hold it here and breathe. Good, lower halfway, chaturanga. Press back up. Plank, halfway, chaturanga. Push back up. Plank, halfway, chaturanga. Push up, plank, 2 more. Good, 1 more. Drop to the knees. Cat and cow tilts for the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep that going. Inhale, exhale. Oh, excuse me, inhale. Exhale, that might happen a couple more times. 1 more, inhale and exhale. Good, back to the center. Lift the feet side to side, shoulder and hip together, shoulder and hip together. I spent some time last night voting, going through my ballot. So much information, so many propositions, and it's crazy. But they're important for your local town. You know, everybody's talking about the presidential race, but the truth is there's so many little important things, you know, different bonds, different taxes, different distribution of money, and all this sort of stuff. So, you know, as a voter living in this country, it's important to just be aware of all that stuff and make your opinion heard. Left leg back, right arm forward, extend. So if you haven't done it, make sure you got a plan to do it. From here, you're going to reach back, bend the leg, reach back for the foot. And stretch. Good, should feel nice. Stretch in the back, hips. Good, leg back, arm forward, lift it, and release. Opposite side, same thing. Yeah, so I figure we'll do a couple, you know, after a few sun salutations, we will do some standing holds that are kind of a little bit on that tapas / grab that back foot, tapas / mental focus side that we did last week. But not long, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then yin. 1 more breath. Leg back, arm forward, lift up, and release it. Child's pose. Very good. Downward facing dog from there. Come on up. Set the hands here. Palms are flat. Walk the feet a little closer together. Bend the left leg. Push the right heel down. Stretch. Switch sides and stretch. Very good. Straighten both legs. Come up on the toes. Walk forward to the hands. Extend the spine as you inhale. Look forward. Fold as you exhale. Stretch all the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Arms up again. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. Extend the spine. Inhale. Easy. Step back. As you exhale, lower knees first. All the way to the mat. Gentle cobra pose. Easy on the spine. And then reverse it. Downward facing dog. Good. Hold and breathe. And then again, up on the toes, walk softly, or you could hop forward, extending that spine as you inhale, folding as you exhale. All the way up from there, nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart. Exhale, arms up again, inhale. 2 more rounds from here. Fold down as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step or jump back as you exhale. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Breathe, fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Good. Again, up on the toes. Walk or jump. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. 1 more round. Arms up. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. Halfway up as you inhale. Step or jump. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Nice and easy. And then downward facing dog. Pause here, a couple breaths. Good, and then up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Lengthen the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose this time, bend the knees, reach the arms. We'll go 30 seconds. And then I'll tell you the reminder. These classes are done on a donation basis, so if you can, support us. You can pay for your class. You can go to 5 Point Yoga, the website for the yoga studio. Pay for your class through MindBody, or send us a donation, or you can just Venmo me directly, and that all goes to the business. So we appreciate that. The other option is you can become a monthly member. We're moving toward a virtual studio mostly. Even when we open up, sadly, we're not going to open up. We're going to open up with like 3 people. Sink down and then stand up. Hands together at the heart. Take a nice big full breath. For that, consciousendurance.com. Consciousendurance.com, and then you can join on multiple different membership levels. Chair pose, inhale. Fold, exhale. And that is greatly appreciated. Halfway up. Inhale, step or jump. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. We're going to go right into this. Maybe chaturanga again. Right leg up. No core today. Bring it forward. Warrior 1. Reach up. Nice big inhale. Stretch. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa. Lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior 1, reach up, inhale. Hands down, leg back, Vinyasa, lower, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Hold it, breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat, lifting the tailbone, breathing deeply. Up on the toes again, walk or jump. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart, exhale. Big full breath, 2 more rounds like that. Chair pose, inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway up, inhale, step or jump. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Down dog, right leg first, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog, left side, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Down dog. And hold. Breathe. Fingers spread. Palms flat. Lift the tailbone. Drop the head. Breathe deep. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk or jump. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there. Bend the knees, reach the arms. Inhale. Stand. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. Nice big full breath. One more round. Same thing. Back to chair. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Extend the spine. Inhale. Step or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right leg first. One more round through here. Warrior one. Reach up. Inhale. Hands down to the floor. Leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reach. Hands down. Leg back. Lower. Facing dog and downward facing dog. Very good. Hold it. Breathe. Up on the toes again. Walk or jump. Halfway up and fold. Stand by. We're going to take chair, but we're going to go a full minute this time. Ready, set, go. Chair pose, hold. 1 full minute. So sink down, breathe. A minute's going to be a little bit more challenging than 30 seconds. Should build a little bit of heat. This would be the yang part of the long holds, or yang, depending on how you say it. Yin, yang. This is the harder part. We are already at 30 seconds. Not so bad. It's not so bad. Keep breathing. Get the arms up there. Breath smooth. "15 seconds. Hang in there. Sink a little bit lower if you can. Let the heat come. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand. Hands together at the heart. Notice your transition. Breathe. Good. Full breath or two, just kind of calming down a little bit. We're going to move, to tree. Next one, tree pose. Just 2 minutes in tree pose. Standing on the left leg, hook or pick up your right leg, hold it, breathe. Ready, set, go. 2 minutes. Shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. So you'll notice maybe the foot start to dance a little bit, start to shake a little bit, the ankles. That's part of it. That's part of figuring out how to stay. Remember from last week, mental focus. You pick a spot and gaze. In yoga, they call that the drishti. And just this kind of empty gaze at one point that helps you stay focused. And then a breath, a good smooth, even breaths. If you're more comfortable, feel free to take your arms up, shoulders down, breath smooth, slight engage in the belly. You could even open up this knee slightly, feel a bit more of a hip stretch. Definitely breathe. That's 1 minute so far. If you fall, just make your way back, that's all. A few more breaths. 20 seconds. Three, two, one. Slowly unhook that leg and then back to the center. You can take a moment, shake out that opposite leg there a little bit. 2 minutes is a significant amount of time where you feel it. It's not, I don't know, for me, it's not burning like it does at 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, but it still gives you a good idea of what's going on here. So other side, ready? 3, 2, 1, lifted. So 2 minutes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Already off balance. Typically my left leg is better in the balance department than my right leg, but we'll see what happens here today. So my goal, one goal, a new goal as of yesterday, yesterday's session with Scott, is that I work on my feet, because as a runner, I want to make sure that my feet are healthy, that's for sure. And he just said that they're tight, like you can just feel, you know, when you palpate, which is this, right? So you're palpating the muscle or bones, you know, kind of you get in there, and, you know, that's not a doctor thing, that's a massage thing or physical therapist thing, yoga teacher thing. You can kind of move around. And when you palpate, you can feel whether the bones are kind of loose and soft or tight and rigid. And he was just saying how my feet are tight and rigid, and I prefer that they be loose and flexible. Just better circulation energetically, blood-wise. Whoa! Definitely more challenging on this leg. Keep breathing. We are 30 seconds out. Oh. Woo! Recover. Breathe. That was a big wave that just came. Breath smooth, 10 more seconds. That's it, 2 minutes. Whew. All right, shake out that leg. We're going to take a little vinyasa and go to another one, a standing one. We're going to hold warrior 2. Arms up. Inhale. Fold down, exhale. Extend the spine, inhale, look forward. Step back to plank, exhale. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg first, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior 1. And then warrior 2, open up to the side. So again, we're gonna hold this for 90 seconds to 2 minutes. I'm gonna start the timer now to give you your kind of getting ready piece in that time too. So first of all, in warrior 2, upper body sort of faces to the side, right? Your gaze and your front arms forward. Your front foot, front knee, front thigh all form a straight line. Back foot, front heel meets the back arch, if you can. That's the proper alignment. The reason we go into alignment in yoga is because you don't want to hurt yourself. Oftentimes, people have tighter hips. This knee buckles in, which puts strain on the tendons around the knee. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep it in line, the way it's supposed to go. Shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. You're already 45 seconds in. As you realize, we're going to shoot for 2 minutes. So as you realize you can handle it, go a little bit deeper. Breathe. Keep the back leg really strong. Don't drop the arch in the back. You want the arch coming up. So you want a strong back leg, arch coming up. That's already a minute. So halfway. So now we get a little bit more serious now that we're in it. Breathe. Serious with a smile. Pulling the upper body back some. Sink a little bit lower. Should start to get a little bit, tougher at the moment. It's a minute 30. Sink a little bit lower. 30 seconds to go. Breathe. We're going to straighten the leg. In 23 seconds. So sink lower. Make it more uncomfortable and breathe. Sink a little bit lower. 3, 2, 1. Push the leg straight. Oh, step the back foot closer. Triangle just as a nice little stretch. Come forward. Triangle pose. A few breaths. Open up and breathe. One more inhale. And then bend the front leg and come down. Take that right leg back. Vinyasa. Could lower all the way to the mat. Or could lower to chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Take a moment. Bend the left leg. Push the right heel down. Stretch it. Same thing other side. Left leg up. Bring it forward. Turn the back foot. Warrior 1. And then warrior 2. I'll reset the timer. Check the hips, check the stance. Front foot forward, front knee, front thigh. Shoulders relaxed. Sink in, breathe. Feel it out, remember. Feel it out for the hips, for the torso. Make sure that back leg is strong. Inner arch in the back foot lifts up. Second time always feels like it goes a little slower. We've only been here for 4 seconds. Just kidding. 34 seconds. So breathe. As you get into it, sink a little bit lower. Make it a challenge. You want this to be a challenge, not only physically, but once it becomes a physical challenge, then your mind is going to start to get involved. And you're going to start to say, I got to get out of here. I don't know if I can hold it, right? All that mind chatter. And then you just want to breathe through that. 1 minute already. Sinking a little bit lower if you can. Find your little kind of calm, zen place. Officially 25 seconds, minute 25, so 35 to go. Keep breathing. Twenty more seconds. Gazing forward. 10 more seconds. Sink low. Last little bit. Hang in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push the legs straight. Oh, yeah. Step the back foot a little closer. Triangle just for a couple breaths. Open up. One more inhale. Good. And then hands down from there. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. I'm going to lower all the way to the mat. Easy. Cobra pose. your back bend, and then back to child's pose for a moment. Pause. Child's pose, believe it or not, is a good stretch for your quads. So by heating them up and working them a little bit, it's just nice to stretch them. And this is going to help us lead right into our, let me just check our actual real time here. Yeah, it's going to lead us right into our more yin stuff. So from here, we're going to do what's called Virasana. So Virasana is hero pose, but there's a few different ways to do it. The easier option for those of us that are tighter, whether it be in the knees or the top of the feet, or the hips or the quads, you want your toes together, big toes together, knees wide. This is usually okay if you can bend your knees like this, and if you want it a little bit more, you could lean back. Those of you, we're gonna be here for 2 minutes. I'm gonna set the timer now because I know some of you are already in there. And then if you want to go deeper, the knees are together and then feet are apart. Just check that. No, that's good. So knees are apart, feet are together, knees together, feet apart, calves out to the side, sit back onto in here. Now, if I had prepared myself, I would have a blanket and I'd be sitting on a blanket, but since I don't have that, I'm just gonna support this with my hands. And I'm just gonna pay attention and breathe and soften. If it gets to be too much, you just come out of it. It's totally fine. Already 45 seconds in. So we'll go 2 minutes. Breathe. Never strain, never pain. Good stretch, nice challenge, all fine, but pain, not okay. Never pain. So I have, my knee is, again, still not 100%, but it's 99.5%. I ran yesterday, which felt great. Had zero issues with the knee at all. Today, just a little bit swollen, but so I feel it. So I'm not going to force myself down to go, to possibly injure that more. I'm going to let it be what it is. That's all. And breathe. I can kind of lean into my left side to make that a little bit deeper. All right, so that's fine. So you have to do what feels right for you. You're less than, 20 seconds out now. So breathe, 20 more seconds, a few more breaths. And that's it. Slowly come on up. Lift the feet. Circles with the legs. And then downward facing dog from there. Come on up. Tuck the toes. Straighten one side. Breathe. Straighten the other side. Breathe. Good. All right, and then right leg forward, left knee down, come up. We're gonna do our little lunge. I'm gonna set the timer now. First, we're gonna sink in forward. If you needed some padding on the back of the mat, I recommend you take the outside of your mat, fold it over, and then you got, boom, double padding. Double padding on the back of that mat. How's that sound? Sink in and breathe. Shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. Feel it out. 30 seconds in, take the left arm up, lift up, lean back. We're going to be about a minute here. Then we are going to actually take that quadricep. If you can. 10 more seconds, lifting up, leaning back, a few breaths. Good. And then forward. Now, if you can, you're going to grab that foot. So right hand grabs your left foot, and then square the hips, come forward again, and breathe. Few more breaths, and if you can't do this, you're just still in the lunge, but a few more breaths. Perfect. Now slowly come up out of there. You're going to straighten that front leg, lengthen the upper body, breathe deep. So you're easing up any pressure on the knee, letting this quad and hip flexor relax for a moment. Stretch the hamstrings here. Another minute. Well, 30 seconds, because we've been here for 30 seconds. And you can, if you want, roll in with this leg. So you internally rotate to stretch more internal hamstrings. And then you can externally rotate, changing the stretch a little bit. Breathe. Good. And then from there, lizard pose. So come on up. Now you can release that mat. You want the foot in the middle of the mat, one hand on either side. Scoot that back, leg back some. Lengthen the upper body. And again, another minute starting now. Minute, 10 seconds here. Breathe. Lengthen the upper body as you breathe. Soften and stretch. You know, one of the things about that session yesterday that I had is, you know, going in there, I really didn't, like, pretty good. I'm sure he'll find something, right? And, so we tested the knee. He's like, yeah, it looks like you may have bruised the bone a little bit, may have strained the meniscus a little bit, but, you know, he did a few things to create a little bit more space in there, and that was great. And by the way, that was after the run. So I ran, and then I went to see him. Feels fine today. But when you see someone like that, if you don't have someone like this, I highly recommend you search. And typically in every town, there's somebody who's a good healer of some sort, a great body worker of some sort. One more breath here. Good. And then we're going to switch. So come back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment. Stretch that leg. So bend the left leg. Push the right heel down. Breathe. Good. And then step that leg forward. Fold over your mat. Left leg forward. And that was basically 5 minutes in there on that leg. And we still didn't even do pigeon. So we're going to start again, other side, ready, go. So 1 minute here, first 30 seconds, just sink forward. Again, patting on the back knee is just a nicer thing to do. You don't have to worry about it if you're on a hard surface. That's fine. But back to finding a healer, I think it's really important. So when I did my Ironman 2 years ago, I can't believe it's been 2 years already. Or, you know, when I've done Leadville, or, you know, when I do ultramarathon, like whenever, because I'm training on a regular basis, and granted, you know, we have to put a little asterisk next to this past year, but typically, you know, I'm training a lot on a regular basis, and it's important to have people in your life who can help you keep you at your optimum state of health. And by the way, this is one of those, right? Like, I assume that you come to these classes because you want to be in a better state of health. So, good news. All right, arm up, leaning back, breathe. So that's what we do here, right? We stretch, we release, we let go, we breathe, we do all the things we need to do to help us just be better, essentially. Lift up, take a nice big inhale. Good, and then come forward. And then what we're gonna do next is grab this foot. So left hand grabs the right foot. And then come forward and then quad forward. But if you had the resources, a good massage therapist is really important to have. A great chiropractor is really good to have. A fantastic acupuncturist is really good to have. And then this guy, Scott, he's a physical therapist, but he does this thing called counter strain. But again, a body worker of some sort. You know, we used to have this guy, Don Lee, who sadly, for us, good for him, moved to Colombia of all places, retired and moved out of the country. But he was one of those people who, you know, you would go, Don, I got this thing. He's like, oh, okay, let's do this. Done. And then you would be fixed. And literally, I went in there one time, I could barely walk because I was limping so much. And he goes, oh yeah, no, I thought I tore my labrum and my hip. It was horrible. One more breath here. And then release that. And then come on up. And we're gonna release that. We're going to go toward, oh no, we got to straighten the leg. Sorry, straighten the leg first. And literally one session, I could not believe it, I was walking again. And then 2 more sessions, I was totally healed. So there are people like that out there. And, you know, we're in Los Angeles, so it's easier to find maybe here. But regardless of where you are, I bet there's some people who know more about the body. And it's important to have those people at the ready. So it's fun to explore, right? It's fun to explore different modalities of what people know and what people have studied and what people do. I think it's fascinating. I'm fascinated with the human experience and what we can do and what we're learning and what we know and don't know and all that stuff. So I recommend you find some people. A couple more breaths here. And then bend the knee. And then, sadly, something like this can be done virtually, but actual body work really can't be done virtually. You gotta do it. So now lizard pose here, lizard pose. So lengthen the upper body and breathe and stretch. It was inspiring though, watching this guy work on me, right? So here I am feeling it. And as a person who is well aware of, you know, my own body and anatomy and kind of some of the inner workings of the body, it's fascinating in that way to experience a healer like this. And when I say healer, I don't mean like, you know, weird guy with peacock feathers. I mean like, he's like doctor of physical therapy, right? He's got a real office with, you know, he's treating people. It's actually at the medical center, right? But anyway, it's fascinating for me to experience that because I'm seeing it from 2 angles, right? From the receiver, but then also I'm like, oh, what is this guy doing? Like, and I can picture my knee structure, and as he's manipulating my knee, I go, oh, okay, now I understand what he's doing. So it's kind of fun. Go ahead now, come on back, downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the right leg, push the left heel down, breathe. And we are going right to pigeon, you guys. Right to pigeon. So right leg, step it forward, and sit back and breathe. Let's see what our actual time is. Oh yeah. So let's do a nice long 4-minute hold, okay? 4 minutes is a long time. We started a couple minutes late, so maybe we'll run over just a couple minutes, but 4 minutes is a long time. If this hurts your knee at all, remember you need to be in reclining pigeon. Reclining pigeon, I'll just show you. If you don't need it, stay where you are, but this is reclining pigeon. So you just stay here and stretch. That typically will not hurt the knee at all. Right? I'm at the point where I can be here for 4 minutes, but a few months ago, I was not. Oh, but the idea is to scoot back. Notice that move, right? So I get here, I scoot the back knee back, the back hip, the back knee, everything goes back. And essentially what that does is it makes a deeper stretch on my outer hip. I could also hold that foot there like that, and breathe. All right. 1 minute so far, 3 minutes left. And you know, there are also a lot of different things that you can do for yourself. For instance, in a healing way. For instance, meditation, intention, your intention. So if you're meditating and you have a healing intention, it's going to work. It's definitely going to work. So there are things that you can do if you're by yourself or in a town that maybe doesn't have the resources that some of the bigger cities have. Here, just relax and breathe. We're almost halfway done. Finding that good, smooth, even breath in and out of the nose. And 90 seconds to go. And as always, it should never cause pain. Never, ever want to have pain. Loss of circulation. That's probably fine, just not pain. Loss of circulation, I say, is fine, only because we're not here that long, right? We're just here for a few minutes, really. Let's see, get that. There we go. Like my zoom in tactic. Well, less than a minute to go. A reminder, arm balance workshop Saturday morning. So our regular live stream, I'm just going to post on my feed. There'll be it's a separate paid workshop, Zoom session Saturday with Greg Louganis, and I will be leading you through all kinds of fun handstand things. So if you're a beginner handstander, you'll definitely get a lot out of it for sure. Some of it might be a little bit on the advanced side. Actually, it's a lot of it's gonna be on the advanced side. But you might be able to give it a try if you're not an arm balancer. But if you like arm balances and you're working on your arm balances, we're gonna do some, of the regular ones that you see on a regular basis. And then we're gonna throw in some little tricks and combos, and it's just gonna be super fun, acrobatic, good old time with Ted and Greg. That's this Saturday, 9 a.m. our time, Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. Last 30 seconds here. Breathe. Oh, I think I said 4 minutes, but we're actually approaching 5. Oops, we can get out now. That was 4:45. Oh, easy, slowly. Yeah, Bubba. Take a moment, down dog. Stretch that leg. Ooh. Good. And then right away, other side. Now that we extended the time, we're gonna have to extend it on this side too. Ready, set, go. 4 minutes and 45 seconds, that's what we're doing. And remember, both knees are different. Both hips are different, both legs are different. So honor that difference. If you need to, go into a reclining pigeon on this side, but you didn't on the other side, just do it, that's fine. Do what you can. The idea is lengthening that connective tissue. It's gonna help you immensely. It will help you immensely. Find your breath, good, smooth, even breaths. "90 seconds so far. We have another 90, and then another 75, something like that. No, another 90, then another 90, then another 105. LA Dodgers won the World Series. Yay, LA Dodgers. Not really a Dodger fan. I'm from New York, so I'm a Mets fan. But I've been here for 27 years or however long, so I'm happy the Dodgers won. Happy the Dodgers won. Because my Mets have been crappy. It's been a rough go for Mets fans or Knicks fans or Giants fans or Jets fans. It's been a hard time to be a New York sports fan, I have to say, sadly. Two more minutes. Relax, breathe, soften, stretch. Just let the pose work. So part of the deal essentially is just getting to the position, right? Getting to your mat, and then getting into these poses. Like once you get there, then everything kind of takes care of itself. I mean, you got to work obviously, but you can do a pretty good thing. Just getting in the pose, breathing, softening, relaxing, letting go. Good. Just about another minute. Knowing that if you wanted to go a little bit deeper, you could. So what should we do next year, you guys? What should we do next year? So this is this 15-day challenge I'm going to do in November. Part of what we're going to do is set up for a good, healthy year end and also think about next year. So, for me, I'm thinking, what big kind of goals can we accomplish next year? I definitely want the Backbone Trail to be part of it, for sure. The Backbone Trail here is 67 miles, 15,000 feet of climbing, cumulative. I've always wanted to do it. I'll do it on a mountain bike first, and then I'll run it. Good. Come on up from there. Let's go to down dog with that. Oh, yeah. Good. All right. And then release, cross the legs. Seated forward bend. Shake out the legs a little bit. Flex the feet. Reach the arms up. And fold down, forward, exhale. Breathe. check our time. Oh yeah, perfect timing. So just a few minutes over. Not long here, just about a minute. Good. You could stay for longer than a minute, 2 minutes if you wanted. Otherwise, roll back, roll up, take the legs up and back for plow. If you did this, take a moment, set the hands, reach the legs up, hold. Legs wide from there, flex the feet. Bend the knees, soles of the feet together. Legs up from there. Down over your head slowly. We'll come out. We'll take our final twist and then Shavasana. So go ahead and come on down. Pull the right knee in. Roll to your left side. Right arm back. Hold it and breathe. You know, too, I'll just mention something. Last week, you might have heard me talk about how sore I was after the run. Well, I did the same exact run. Actually, it was a little bit longer. Not much, a little longer. Yesterday, not sore at all. Switch sides. I mean, there's part of me that's thinking, wait, is the soreness coming? Am I missing it? What's happening? But the point ultimately is switching sides in your twist. That if you got out of the habit of doing something and, for not that long, you get back into the habit, you'll get right back. It's like you're riding a bike. Right, you'll get right back to it. The body will remember. So if you're in a place where, you dropped the ball or fell off the wagon for a moment, just get back on. Good. Come on back to the center, 2 or 3 minutes. Shavasana, final rest. Go ahead and let the feet flop open. Arms out to the side. Shoulders down away from the ears. Take a deep breath. Okay, you can bring your left hand to your heart center, right hand to the belly. Just take a nice deep breath. And then as you're ready, bend the knees, roll to your right side. And then make your way up to a seat. Comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall, palms up, eyes closed. A couple breaths in and out of the nose. Really connecting with that innermost self, place that's always calm, cool, collected, relaxed. And bring the palms together at the heart. Let's take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Namaste, my friend. Thank you very much for showing up and for continuing your support in whatever way that is. I appreciate it. And just one note that I was thinking kind of in line with what I was talking about, which is, ultimately, you sit up from a yoga practice and, you should feel better than you did when you first hit the mat, even if it's just a little bit. Like if you already feel great when you get to this yoga mat, by the time you're done, because you've kind of wrung out some of the stress and toxins and tension and all that sort of stuff, you should just feel more connected, like I said, and more peaceful and calmer. But ultimately, that's how we want to feel on a regular basis. And efficiency with your body. So that was, again, just inspired by yesterday's session that I had, which is, I walk out of that office going, this is how I'm supposed to feel. I'm supposed to feel amazing all the time. I mean, you might not feel amazing all the time, but if we find that peace, that place that we can feel good, even just in our body, physically right now, just speaking, like the shoulders are relaxed, we have freedom in the spine and in the leg, and we're not going, like everybody complains about shit all the time. So, if we're not complaining about stuff and the energy that runs through your body and your system, you absolutely will be able to do things that you never thought possible, which is what we're all about. Thank you very much, you guys. That's my spiel for the day.